That's right, I am the Lord of the Bongos, and if you happen to be losing your religion, there's plenty of room in my chapel. Just make sure you bow before my altar and bring your own set of bongos. And your daughter. Bring your daughter, Chuck! Obviously, I'm already having a lot of fun with this game, and frankly, it's almost impossible not to have a good time with Donkey Konga 2, the follow-up to the critically acclaimed, if only marginally successful, Donkey Konga. But here's the part where I tell you, this game isn't as good as its predecessor, and then this is the part where people freak out and say, "But Derek, how can you like Donkey Konga and not Donkey Konga 2? They're like the same freaking game, the same awesome memory card screen, the same nonsensical attempt at storytelling, the same bongo-beating gameplay. You're an overcritical idiot, Derek, and I hate you." To which I retort, that's a well-constructed argument, you moron. In fact, you've gone ahead and laid out my entire argument for me. So, I hope your brain didn't just explode.
But lately, I'm beginning to find that I should be the one behind the wheel.
Released to the Nintendo GameCube less than 8 months after the release of the original, Donkey Konga 2 is yet another rhythm game based on drumming. It's virtually identical to the original Donkey Konga in every way that matters, but it's generally only different in ways that make it worse. But let's start with what makes it good, because although it's definitely not as good as the first game, it's still a lot of fun. Once again, you play songs by beating the fantastic DK Bongos controller peripheral. If you have no idea what that is, dig through our archives here on CGR Undertow. We did a review of them back in March, so, you know, go ahead, educate yourselves, Undertoads. And again, like the first game, it's ridiculously fun to play Donkey Konga 2. The peripheral makes sense for the character, it's accessible to newcomers, and frankly, it's just enjoyable to beat the crap out of. And if you're playing Donkey Konga 2 with your friends, well, this is another tremendous multiplayer game for the GameCube. The only problem is, I mean, good luck finding friends who want to play Chevelle songs. And that's where Donkey Konga 2 takes a huge step backward. The original game featured about 30 songs, and they encompassed a wide variety of classical music, pop songs, and most importantly, Nintendo theme songs. So you got to play the Kirby theme, the Zelda theme, the Mario theme, and for Nintendo fans, who frankly make up a bulk of the audience for Donkey Konga, those were the highlights of the soundtrack. But this time, no dice. This time you get generic rock and equally generic pop songs, and unfortunately, they make up the biggest portion of this game's 32-song list. Now, there were very few songs I actually wanted to play, and it wasn't just me either. In fact, most of the people here at the Underwater Base were laughing at this game, not only because I'm terrible at it, but because the songs are in fact also terrible. Now, to be fair, this game does have all the modes of the original Donkey Konga, and it even throws in a few new ones as well. There's a race, for example, in which you have to hit the right beats before your opponent does, and, you know, all that stuff is great. But if you had to boil Donkey Konga 2's problems down to a single statement, it would be that this game was trying way too hard to be way too trendy and cool in 2005. And the fun of Donkey Konga has always been how ridiculous it is. And Donkey Konga 2 is still ridiculous at heart, but man, watching Donkey Kong drum along to Trapped songs, I mean, that's ridiculous in a bad way.